Good morning. It is Saturday, and this is Laura at Laura Talk Softer because Laura tends to talk loud. And anyway, it's a beautiful day outside. It started out in the high 40s. It's going to get into the low 60s. My mama's right now saying she can't hear me because she thinks I'm talking to her. She's way down the hallway, and I'm not sure she has her hearing aids on. So she'll say, What? I can't hear you. So hold on. Let me tell her I'm talking to my phone to myself. Hold on. I'll be right back. Anyway, I have had the pleasure of going through my mama and daddy's house and trying to get rid of papers and all those things that you collect. And here she comes. She's going to hear this. Anyway, on a positive note, I'd like to say I'm very grateful that they keep every scrap of paper because when I was going through, she's looking at me right now. Wait, so I'm just sharing about how you save every piece of paper and scrap. So far as, I'm talking every single piece of paper, it seems. Receipts, tax forms from 1960 something. Anyway, I'm thankful that they saved every single piece because when I started my YouTube channel, I started because my longest employer was trying to take away my retirement benefits after 2.5 years into retirement. And then they said that, of course, I could contest it. And they gave me one page, to write why I felt that it was wrong. And I basically had 3 notebooks full of why I thought it was wrong. How many people have their first paycheck stub or job evaluations or how they're being bounced around or letters or copies of emails, Anyway, so it was all worked out. It was all good. And then I found out YouTube was kind of fun. But yeah, so my dad was a Depression era child who was actually taken, his siblings and him were taken out of their home because of the Depression. The boys were put in detention homes, they called them, and the girls were put as like house servants, and the boys suffered abuse, and as a young man, he fled that at 17 years old to join the United States Marine Corps. And when you're joining the United States Marine Corps and you're 17 years old and World War II is still going on, life is not looking too positive for you if that's your dream. Anyway, so back to this organized hoard. My cousin, my mom's sister's daughter, and her boyfriend came and finally got the stuff from the rafters and brought it down. The treasure's up in the rafters. And I have found check stubs from the 60s, written checks, how you keep your bank statements, and the 50s. The 70s, 80s. And then look at this. This is just great. I'd like to make sure he had, spare parts for everything in the house because he knew how to fix things. But these are 30 plus years old gadgets. So I'm taking these down to Recology. These are more papers I get to go through. What is this? Bamboo slide rule instruction book. Anyway, these go into our yard waste thing, the paper part. So this is a catalog how to fix something. He was into fixing things and he saved everything. And I'm going to mail some of this stuff to my sisters because I thought it was kind of interesting. I won't show it to you because it gives too much information, but here's a check. You can see it was cashed at the First National Bank of Kalamazoo, Michigan. It was written September 6th, 1968. For $7 and no cents, and it's for my sister Diane's books. And I got one for my other sister's books and my other sister's books from the 1968. There was no Laura books. I was only 4 years old, so my father, I think, had a love of reading, and he instilled in us a love of reading. Anyway, peace and everything, and yes, I've also found a lot of human teeth in little containers, not marked. Now, you got 4 kids. It wasn't marked. Toodles.